Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. Happy New Year's Eve. We've got, 9:10, so we've got another 3 hours-ish until it's New Year's Day in Australia, well, in Queensland. So Sydney's doing its own thing. It's a different time zone. Western Australia's doing its own thing. It's in a different time zone. South Australia's doing its own thing. It's in a different time zone. New Zealand's in a different time zone. Actually, everyone's in a different time zone. But I thought we'd do a year in review and how things are going. So I've done up this quick little video just to go through some of the stats that I've had this year and the growth in the channel. I'm just so grateful to each and every one of you for joining in the journey that we've been on in 2021 with our YouTube channel. So let's watch the video. 1,100 uploads when we started at the beginning of this year. 210 subscribers, that actually jumped hugely in December. 40,000 views. This is what we started with. At the end of the year, we've had 1,750 uploads. 760 subscribers. Guys, I am so grateful for everyone here. 175,000 views. Mind blown. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for joining us on our journey. Happy New Year. So I hope everybody enjoyed that little tiny video. Nothing terribly super exciting, but I want to go through and share with you some of the stuff that's been happening. So let's have a quick look at the channel analytics. So this is for the last 12 months. I've had 137,643 views in the last 365 days. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you that have watched my videos, and I count it an absolute privilege, and it just blows my mind that so many people are watching my videos. So yes, it's been 2.8 thousand watch hours. So it's not just that people have actually been jumping, that there's been that many people jump on and watch the videos. They've actually watched my videos for nearly 3,000 hours. That's huge. It's not quite monetization worthy, but it's getting awfully close though. It's getting there, guys. And I've increased by 557 subscribers. I call that a good year. I'm still only a very small YouTube channel. I'm not monetized yet. But my most popular videos have been before and after milking my goat. So that was a short. It got 16,000 views. Guys, that blew my mind. It blew my mind, everyone. It really did. And the difference between a Rhode Island Red rooster and a chicken hen, that's a really popular video as well. But my progress towards monetization, I'm getting there. You need to have 1,000 subscribers. I've got 762, so I'm really grateful for those subscribers that I do have. You need 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month period. As you can see, I've got just under 3,000 watch hours for the last 12 months, but only 2,256 count as public watch hours. So shorts don't count. The watch hours on the shorts don't count for watch hours. So I am just so appreciative to each and every one of you for watching my videos and commenting. I love hearing comments, seeing comments in the description. Just absolutely love it. So, wow. Just wow, guys. I've got people watching from all over the place. So this is where my traffic sources are from. See, it really, I'm blown away. I really am. My audience, let's have a look at my audience. So where are you guys all from? Oh, got a big lip there. That'll be, I would have uploaded a short that would have caused that blip. See, my biggest viewers are in the United States and then in Australia. I usually get a fair few from Indonesia, but India seems to be the next big one there. I haven't been doing as many goat videos lately, and they really love the goat videos. So yeah, most popular time that people are watching are 9 a.m. my time, which is fascinating. Last time I looked at this, it was about 2 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, and 21% are not subscribed. Is that right? Subscribers. Oh no, 21% are subscribed. So yeah. So 59% are subscribed, 41% are not subscribed. And my viewers are mostly males. There you go. Hey guys. Most popular age group looks like it's 55 to 64. I bet that's Robert from Homestead Aquarius. Actually, I have no idea how old he is, but he keeps saying he's an old guy. But yeah, I'm really grateful to everybody for joining me on this journey. And it has been an amazing journey, absolutely amazing journey. But let's have a look through at some of the things that have actually happened this year and some of the things that you guys have been watching. It's been an incredible journey this year, absolutely incredible. Mind-blowing, really. We started off with some fairly simple stuff. We had some challenges with goat fencing, and I was teaching the baby goats how to actually not get zapped by the.
Good evening, everyone. Thought I'd do it.
Oh, see, I had a male goat back then. I don't have a male goat at the moment. So yeah, and I had this section. Actually, it's really interesting to look back at this at the moment because that area there, all of that area is just so green now. And at this point, when I made this video, we were actually in quite a severe drought. So I was desperately looking for feed for the goats. I was buying in feed for them. I do miss my boy. He was a good boy. So it was really quite hard to actually find the feed to be able to keep up with them. Yeah, so this was where I was attempting to get the 2 girls pregnant. Or was it one? I think there was only one girl that I was getting pregnant at that point, because the other one I think already was. Yes. Anyway, either way, we didn't actually end up keeping Davy for much longer after that. So yes, don't you love how I attached that gate? I actually don't have this electric fence up at the moment. I need to put it back up again because that area is just so overgrown with grass. It's not funny. It's been amazing how much difference a little bit of rain makes. And we had fun. Gavin was having fun burning out some stumps and making fire pits and all that sort of stuff. And I've done a heap of videos this year on the aquaponics and the often forgotten hero of aquaponics. And my aquaponics was actually doing a heap better this time last year. Yeah, things have had a bit of a downturn. My internet looks like it's going a bit slow tonight for some reason, which is a bit unfortunate. So yes, definitely making progress. My celery was going insane. Oh, this was when it was still at the back of the house, isn't it? Yeah, this is still when it's still in the backyard before we actually moved it. Wow. I can't remember how long ago we actually moved the system. We'll watch through and see what happens in the video. Hey. Hi, Sandy Toes. How you doing, beautiful? Just doing a bit of a review of the year as to how things have gone. This was where the aquaponics was at 12 months ago. I've actually got the boys system set up here now, and this system is actually over on the other side of the house. So yeah, it's really interesting to look back and see how much has actually happened throughout the year. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I have done a lot of shorts this year. So you got into the shorts and did a lot of videos, as I said before, did a lot of videos explaining how the aquaponics works. So this one is explaining how the flood and drain system works with aquaponics. And I've got an aquaponics basics playlist that people can watch. So this was when we were setting up the new system. So I show how the actual whole thing works. Let's see if I can skip through. I'm not sure if I've actually put any water into this at this point. I don't think it has. It doesn't have any water in at this point. So I come back and I show you with the water in it later. So this is setting up the big system that we've got set up on the other side of the house. We have had a massive year. Massive year. It's been huge. A lot has happened. And it's actually blowing my mind a little bit to look back at it and see just how much things have happened. So this one is an update on the goats and the 4-strand electric fence. So you can see here that we have no green grass at this point. There's no grass here that's green at all. The goats have stayed in that system that I set up, which was terrible, but the 4-strand fence seems to work really well with the goats. They didn't respect this part very well. He was the problem. Love him to bits and I miss him a lot, but he was the problem. And I couldn't keep him because he was related to everybody. But yeah, it's so brown and dead. I did videos on introducing everyone to Team Down Under for Shed Wars 21. Shed Wars 22 now is Team Aquarius, so we've got that happening. We did get some rain, but not a huge amount. What was that? So every time there was rain, I videoed it because it was like a miracle, an absolute miracle. Because this area, this was 5th of January that I uploaded this. Not a terribly popular video. Actually, it's had 400 views, so that one actually was fairly popular. And my goat being stubborn. Goat making a mess. Made a lot of goat videos. Oh, and I was working on the worm farm too. I've been really slack again with that, and I've been forgetting to feed them. I've got to feed them again. Oh dear. Instead of this, so this area shows a little bit more. So this is after we've had a bit of grain. So the grass had actually started to green up a bit. Now it's just taken off, and I've just got so much green. Yeah, it was. We had basically, this area had basically been in drought for about 5 years. And I think that little bit of rain that we got in that section in January that was an unusual bit of rain. And it did make a huge, huge difference. See more aquaponics basics videos, the big system being set up. Billy Goat chasing the does. Strangely enough, that wasn't actually that popular a video. Video that I did a live introducing all the Team Down Under members for Shed Wars 21. So it was a lot of fun getting to know these guys, and still friends with them now. So we had Julianne from Sweeney's Creek and Steve, who's also from Sweeney's Creek, but he's also got his Bomber Steve channel where he does snake catching, and Resonance Homestead with Andy and Jess. They were lovely. And of course, Darren from Down Under Farm and Forge. I think that was all I actually had on they're the only team members that came up on the panel. But if you want to check out the Team Down Under stuff, I've got a whole playlist on Team Down Under. So more updates on the polywire. I did a video on doing deep bedding with chickens. So my chickens are still doing well. And I was always fascinated to see, like, if it's actually quite funny. This section of the paddock of the property is just in the backyard, and that's the only place we had grass. You can see all the paddocks in the background. There's no grass there, none. The only place I had any grass was actually in the house yard. So I would set up now this grass here is actually taller than I am now. I've got to set up the fencing so that the goats can actually eat it again, because I can't find anything in there. It's shocking. The grass around the house has gotten so tall, and partially because I had the goats in there feeding that soil so much. It's really quite funny. But yes. So this was when we actually moved the so this was the 11th of January. They actually moved the system. So this is where the system was. So this was it was just tiny system set up in the back, near the back door, which is where I've now got Jonathan and Matthew's system set up. So it was, and this was the setting up of the big system. So the big system that's on the eastern side of the house has only been there for just over 12 months. And not even that, part of it's been there for 12 months, just on 12 months. So this is showing them all filling it up, getting it with clearly it's not level, which normally hubby makes it so it's level, but this time not quite so much. So you can go through and watch the progress of setting up all of this system. It's been a wild ride. A wild ride. Oh my goodness. I'd say the bell siphon in action. Some more aquaponics basics videos. Goats escaped. The bane of my existence. Actually, I haven't had any goats escape for a while. So yes. And the goats were staying in. Yay! Yes, I got to get them back in so they can chomp all that grass down again. He was such a good billy goat. I do miss him, although he started getting a bit nasty. I also started going on a low reactive diet, which I did have some fantastic effects from. Yeah, the big system's the one that I've just stocked with the silver perch. Although once the silver perch get a little bit bigger, I'm going to be putting some of them into Matthew's system and some of them into the dam, or pond, whatever you want to call it. The big hole with water in the backyard. Well, in the back paddock. So yeah, that's where I've got the silver perch now. So yes, I was on the low reactive diet, and the low reactive diet did have a huge impact. It helped to improve the inflammation in my system, and I probably need to go on it again. Oh look, I've got another product review. I need to add that to my product review playlist. So yes, I've got a product review playlist. Let's see if I can find it. I've got so many playlists. There we go. Product reviews. So yeah, I've got a lot of the meals from the low reactive diet, and part of the reason why I did this was to keep me on track and help me to stay on it, because the low reactive diet is quite a bland diet. The other reason I did it was to remind myself of what I was allowed to eat for next time I do the low reactive diet. So, and the idea of the low reactive diet is to completely de-stress your liver. So your liver doesn't really have to do anything at all. So it takes out your sugars, your alcohols, your wheats, your glutens, your dairy. Although I'm allowed to have goat's milk and I'm allowed to have eggs because I grow them here on the property. Amines, anything that's you're likely to react to. So yeah, did some more updates on the worm farm, more food. My life pretty much revolved around the low reactive diet for quite a few months. And I had to sell a heap of my goats because of the whiplash. I wasn't able to set up the fencing that I needed to be able to help the goats, to be able to fence the goats in. So, video 17th of January. So this is really early on when I just first, actually this is still in the backyard. So I've still got to empty these two beds. It's a huge job moving them, absolutely huge. So this is back out the back and showing you how the progress on that. This Pella, I should have moved this Pella out a long time ago. I've just moved one of them. So yes, lots going on in that one. More rain, it was like the highlight of our lives when it rained. So this was really sad. This was when Mary had kidded and we sold her babies. She was really not happy. So even this paddock here's grass has just gone completely insane. It's just ridiculous how much grass is there. But we did have to sell Mary's babies because they kept escaping. I would have loved to have kept them, but they kept escaping. And I couldn't keep the goats when they kept escaping. It was becoming a really big problem. So this video I actually show. Oh, there's Marbella. I was having problems with the plantar fasciitis back then too. It wasn't pretty. So I milked Marbella first. She's not being milked anymore. She's been dried off. Oh, and I showed how to do the DIY hobbles with the goat's legs as well, just to help prevent them from kicking when they're milking. I don't need to use it anymore. It's usually only in the first few days after taking the babies away that you have to do that. But she just had so much milk, and I'm still milking her now. So this garden behind her, though, has gotten a lot more plants in it. A lot more plants. So back to the reactive diet. Goats on cleanup duty. Oh, this one's fun. She's a really easy goat to get to the milk stand because you just open the gate and she kind of runs. The hard part is trying to get her to not run. No, she's not doing it. There she goes. I should have made that video shorter, shouldn't I? But look at those udders. Look at all that milk. Oh, my goodness. She's a happy goat. So this is the before and after milking video. It's had 16,000 views. I mean, 16,000, that's huge. That's only a 50-second video. So it doesn't go for very long.
Now I'm going to start milking her. Just getting my bucket.
I had actually run all that.
So I'll be back once I finish milking. And that's after milking. There's about 3 litres of milk in that bucket. Oh, at least 2. And a happy goat.
Oh, yeah, she was very happy.
Have a great one. Bless you. Like and subscribe. And check out my other playlists to see a full.
Yeah, but 16,000 views, that video. That still blows my mind that 16,000 people watched that video. So I've got a full before and after milking Mary on that one. Oh, now this is when my friend's ponies finally got taken home.
Pony.
So that paddock was basically all dirt, and it was either dirt or weeds that the ponies weren't eating. So they weren't actually eating anything in there. But it's amazing how much it's grown back now. So this is when they were trying to pick those up. So that was the end of January. So they've been gone for nearly 12 months now. And that paddock's actually recovered remarkably. they did have a lot of trouble collecting those ponies, though. But I'm very glad the ponies were gone. They were not nice ponies. They were not friendly ponies. And I still had the horses there, and the horses are what have really impacted the paddocks quite badly. So this is still before the really nice rain came. We did get a little bit of rain, but not a huge amount. And the horses just really didn't eat a lot at all of the big paddock out, like this paddock out the front. They hardly ate any of that. They just ate the nice stuff that was around where the goats were, and left all the spindly stuff that I was hoping they were going to eat. But so that shows you the state of that paddock back, when was that? 24th of January this year. It's a very different paddock now. Very different. Yes. And I did some videos on some tech tip type videos. So what is a short and how do you do it and all that sort of thing. Editing videos on a smartphone, because I do most of my video editing on my phone. This was when the boys started school for the year. We actually went to the Ipswich Art Museum, which, well, it's actually the art gallery, sorry, the Ipswich Art Gallery. So, yeah, the boys had a lot of fun there. Do the clay balls in the aquaponic system ever need to be replaced? No, not that I'm aware of. They don't actually break down. And that's part of the reason why they get used, because they're an inert material. Yeah, so it's you either use clay balls or you use 3/4 inch drainage gravel. But you need to make sure that that drainage gravel doesn't react with acidic water. So you need to make sure it doesn't have any lime or anything in it. More updates on the worm farm. And this was when I showed how I tracked my weight with my produce for Shed Wars. So yeah, really fun little video. Now this was when we got the first lot of fingerlings that have just only, well, it's actually the second lot of fingerlings. This is our third lot of fingerlings that we're on since we moved here. We've been having a lot of trouble keeping the fish alive. Normally, we haven't had that much trouble. Over the 8 years I've been doing aquaponics, I have never lost so many fingerlings before. But it's all good. So this is the silver perch would have looked very similar to this when we got them. These are actually a lot bigger than what the silver perch were that we got. But that's them as I was releasing them after they'd recovered quite a lot. So this video here actually shows the full, it's a full video that shows you, not in real time, because that just would have taken way too long, but it basically shows you the start to finish in how you actually get your live fish. And these ones were actually delayed in the post quite badly, which was a really big problem. But not tragic, because the place where I got the fish from, AussieFish.com, they had a full article showing you how to actually release your fish, which I go through and show how to do that. And when we first opened it up, so you just open it up a little tiny bit to let some light in, and let them adjust to that, because it's quite a big shock to them having that change. But as you can see, most of them look like they're half dead already. It was like, oh no, this is so bad. But it wasn't long before they were swimming around happily. Like even here, they've still got a fair few of fish that aren't happy, not happy at all. And as I said, these are a lot bigger than the fish I got this time. But this was towards the end of the end of summer, whereas this time I've got them at the beginning of spring. So, well, no, beginning of summer. So yeah, they're probably getting close to this size now, but yeah, they didn't look real happy there. But half an hour or so later, because I've got the air stones going in there and I'm adding water in from the aquaponic system, they're all happy and recovered nicely and doing really well. So yeah, there was 200 fish that I got then, and the whole plan with that was I was going to separate them over multiple systems, but with so much happening this year, I just never got around to setting up the other systems. So we never got around to separating the fish out. So when the snails got in and clogged up the filters, the fish all died quite quickly, which was really, really sad. But it's been a huge year. But feel free to go back and watch that video because it is quite a long one. So it's basically the fish have arrived. Hi, Tiffany Q to you. Thanks for joining us. Just doing a bit of a review on how the year has gone. I'm so amazed by the change in my channel in the last 12 months. It's been fantastic. I'm just blown away. So yeah, lots of updates on the baby aquaponics, babies in the aquaponics. Oh no, the boys are in bed. The boys are definitely up in bed. Oh look, there's another product review. I've been really bad on adding my product review videos to the product review playlist. Anyway, there was a lot of frogs. Oh, and it's raining. I'm glad I'm inside. We do get a lot of frogs around here. I mean, look at them all. They were having lots of fun in pipes. I really shouldn't have those pipes there. And the sad part is the pipes are still there. But the frogs are just everywhere in here. Look, there's another one hiding down there. Lots of frogs. Although at the moment we've got lots of toads as well as lots of frogs. But we've got a lot of toads at the moment. Yep, only 9:43. So not quite New Year's yet. Got another few hours to go. So I thought it'd be good to come on and do a bit of a year of review. Now this I'm actually curious to see. I want to have a look at how much the garden's actually changed. And I'll probably do a garden tour video tomorrow. I was going to do one today, but just ran out of time.
Gardens. I think the last time I did a tour of the backyard and the gardens was when I did the entry video for Shed Wars. So it's going to look a bit different now. The grass is ridiculously overgrown, and that's partially because we don't have a working right-on lawnmower. My pawpaws are doing really well, if you can find them.
The papayas are now.
You can't easily bring the goats over without risking them eating it.
And the grass is even taller than it was then.
Cleaning up other parts of the backyard at the moment, but at the moment, so my parsley's doing really well.
No, that parsley's died.
That's weird.
I've got
horrible
recessions there now.
It's going to be very, very nasty in the not too distant future. I'm hoping
those weeds are still a problem, but they're not as bad as they were last year.
Basil's doing well.
But this is February.
Moringa tree. I'm really pleased with that. My moringa's going really, really well. Probably needs some water. My pond plants desperately need some water. I have to bring some water.
Those pond plants I've now all got in the pond.
Yes, in fact, I'm going to go get the hose at the moment. Part of my problem is
I don't have enough food now. I've got too much grass and not enough livestock. But the big problem is I haven't got the fencing set up to be able to get daylight. So
comfrey's looking very sad. Needs some water.
I've got to do a video and show you what's happening with this comfrey now. This comfrey has gone insane.
My cassava is still
and
alive.
The cassava is so much bigger. I'm actually wanting to propagate it.
Some other stuff there in pots. I got some goats, cleaning up some weeds, and hopefully not cleaning up the garden at the same time.
Yeah, they ate so much of the garden this year. It's not funny.
Laura has been. I did put Laura a little bit too close to the elderberry, and she's.
The elderberry looks amazing now. Absolutely amazing. It's just covered in flowers.
They still have that one. So yeah, that's all totally overgrown, and I think the moringa over there has some new shoots, but I'm not sure. I've got to get the goats back.
Celery is quite hardy. That being said, my celery is doing half as well this year as it was last year.
So yes, I'm just going to grab the hose.
Basically, I use it for the chop and drop. But down the track, I'll possibly use it for the tea solution. At the moment, mostly chop and drop, and I'm just working on propagating as much as I can.
Just as tall as that.
Property has been very.
Mary's done a great job with that. Bella's there
for decades,
and Laura's there, and Mary's at the milk stand. So I'm going to pause this for a minute. I'm not quite sure why I paused it. All I was doing was turning on the water from my gravity-fed IBC. Now I'm about to get tangled in goats.
I do that all the time.
It's always interesting. I'm trying to find my way through.
You can see how the ground, although it's got a lot of green there, it's still quite dry.
Oh, and I had some people asking me if I had any dragon fruit. Yes, I have one dragon fruit plant. And strangely enough, the goats don't like dragon fruit.
To pull it out. Now I have two.
Thankfully, she hasn't eaten it. I've got to get through there. Hope there's no snakes. I'll stomp like Bomber Steve says. That ponytail I still haven't done anything with.
And I still haven't done anything with.
I haven't done anything with.
Haven't done anything with them either.
Coming all okay. I've just planted some more tomatoes.
The goat has eaten that poor pigeon seed so many times. I'm amazed it's still alive.
And yeah, that's all kind of not doing so well. Oh, sorry. Got you on your
sorry about that, Tiffany.
Hoses all tangled around stuff. Which is a bit of a challenge. And it's a very big hose because a normal garden hose does not work well on a gravity-fed system. The water just takes too long to come out. That's just incredibly frustrating. So as much as I do have a nozzle here, I'm actually going to take it off and just let the water flow out of my hose because it's quicker. And as usual, I'm running out of time. It's just been so hot today.
It was really hot last year. Last year was extraordinarily hot. So you haven't made it too far so far. So I'd started the black soldier fly larvae farm back then in the end of February. It's actually doing really, really well. It's kicked back into gear again. I should do an update on that. I've actually got the black soldier fly bin in the chicken coop now, so that we basically put the scraps in there and then I feed the black soldier flies straight to the fish. So yes, I want to make the homemade goat milk cottage cheese. So that was fun. Yep, we got some rain. I think I did that goat update for Gail Southern Living because she absolutely loved my goats. It's all good. We actually did, because this was around when I started doing my lives, actually. Like my Sunday night live prayers, when I actually started praying for rain because we hadn't had any for ages. But we must have gone past that all, and the lives must be in a different, this must be just the uploads, not the lives. I was showing you how easy to pull out weeds. It's so easy to pull weeds out in the back of phonics. More updates on the black soldier flies. Oh, I wonder what my exciting find was. It's probably worms.
Good
Worms
morning,
in
everyone. So today's morning tea project. Not that I'm going to get it done. It'll probably be a couple of days for me to get this done. Unless the kids come and help. I'm going to take all the clay balls out of here so I can move it over to the other system into the bags. Gotta go. Okay.
It's always the way.
Now, I forgot to stop at the end of morning tea, so I think the boys have possibly gotten out of doing schoolwork for a little bit. But it's not tragic. It's only one day. Actually, I'd love to say it was only one day, but I do tend to make a bit of a habit of this. But we get the work done anyway. But, so I got that empty, and we've got, what, 1, 2, 3,
Using the aquaponics was a
4,
huge
7, 8, 9, 10 bags of clay balls filled there, and one basket. And I don't know if you can see in there.
I was so excited when I found all these worms.
Focused.
Look at them.
See that little bit of movement there? You may not be able to. But I'm about to go tip this into the actual aquaponic system because there are a heap of baby worms. So let's go over to the aquaponic system.
Great. It's always great to have
the other system then, and Gavin's setting up ready for the next lot of beds to go in. So let's tip out these little babies. I was actually really upset. Well, surprised actually is probably a better word, when we took this all apart and brought it over here to not find any worms. But I may have just missed them because they were just so tiny. Did you see that?
Oh, that's exciting. You got some garlic and you're sharing with some Sedboard members.
They're
Wonderful.
so tiny.
Look at the baby worms.
He's very excited to find all these little worms. So I don't know if they've... I'm pretty sure they haven't just miraculously appeared since we've taken everything out. These were all right at the very bottom of the system, and they will all wriggle down nicely into the grow beds. But there's lots of them, and they're very tiny. But it's only a young...
This just feels like so long ago. They were so tiny, weren't they? Oh, another garden tour. Trying to deter mosquitoes. Oh, we had some hot days last year. What was this? This one was...
I just got into the car and realised why I was feeling a bit... It's 40.
Yeah, we haven't had any 40-degree days yet so far this summer. Thankfully. It's been a lot cooler because we're getting a lot more rain. And the aquaponics has been doing fantastically at maintaining its temperature around the 29 degrees Celsius. So really, really pleased with that. And Jonathan was doing some of his reading. He's just so cute. He's too cute. I gotta share that. He's just too adorable.
Mouse.
It does have a picture of a mouse, doesn't it? And what's on the back?
Last year it was a really dry summer.
Okay.
And a lot hotter. So far this year it's been a lot more humid, but we've been getting a lot more rain too. And it hasn't been as hot. So generally speaking, it's drier out here.
Mm-hmm.
Money. Map.
Excellent job, Jonathan.
Look. Mop. Mouse.
Yes,
cool.
It is a mouse. You did a good job. You're enjoying reading these, aren't you, Jonathan?
Welcome.
I want to watch it now.
You want to watch it now?
Yeah.
Soon. Have a great one. Bless you.
And Jonathan then proceeded to watch himself reading the book again. Hey, Jeep, it's lovely to see you. Just going over what's happened this year. It has been a huge year. Absolutely huge. So this is when I actually started, because we hadn't had a lot of rain up until this point. And I started praying for rain for the Lockyer Valley because we were coming into, so Silhouette Park Farm had done a video saying how dry it was out on their property and how much drier it was than normal. Aside from the last 5 years, it's been ridiculously dry. So they were really worried coming into winter, not having any grass to feed their livestock. So I think I've got the link for it in this video. There you go. I'm going to click link for Adam's video there. Oh, that might be. Yeah, that's the end of summer.
Check out that sky. It's absolutely crazy. It's all streaky. It looks like it's going to drop some rain on us or something, but it's still so dry and nothing around. Just crazy how dry it actually is. End of the month, and we literally in a lot of trouble for winter this year, I'd say. So it's not really much we can do about it, but hang on and get ready for the ride, because it's going to be yeah, pretty dismal, I think, by midwinter. Well, the reality of where I am at the moment is you can see the grass there behind me, and it's pretty simple. That there should be around about waist to shoulder height at the moment. That's sort of normal at the end of summer. We're just going in. It's the end of summer. We're into autumn tomorrow, and yeah, we should have water in the dams. We should have all of that up and going, but it's just not happened this year. We thought this was going to be a cracking season, and we're really hoping to break the drought, but the reality is we're still smack bang in the middle of it. And although things are green at the moment, there's been a little bit of rain. There's really not enough to get through winter this year. So we're in for a really tough season of
No, this is actually Adam from Silhouette Park Farm. My husband wouldn't be on the camera if his life depended on it. He prefers to be on the other side of the camera, or preferably not having anything to do with it at all. But Adam's been in the Lockyer Valley for a very long time, whereas we've only just moved here. So Adam was basically explaining that going into autumn, they should have had chest-high grass and should have had full dams, because summer is generally our wet season. And this year we are having a very wet summer. And poor Adam and Nettie have had flooding happening and have lost the majority of their fences are gone and everything. But now they've got a full dam. But this was actually what prompted me to start praying. Adam is gorgeous. He also does a Tuesday night live where he sings. He's actually a musician. He's a professional musician, but he's also a butcher. So they've got some amazing stuff on their channel. So that's Silhouette Park Farm. Go check them out if you haven't seen them. They are really actually a fantastic channel. But this is February this year. And they were just beside themselves because they had no feed for their animals and no grass and were having to buy in water all the time. So back one more. No, I've lost where I was up to. I'm going to have to scroll down to try and find that again. Oh dear, that'll teach me. Actually, it probably won't. So yeah, they were just so worried going into winter with no water, no feed for their livestock. As you can see, I've got a lot of videos. I mean, the analytics was basically saying I've uploaded 750 videos this year. I'm like, wow, that's huge. So it takes a little while to find where I was up to. Oh dear. We haven't even got to the baby goats being born yet. Oh, we're in April. He has got gorgeous eyes, though. See, it was when I saw Adam's video on that, and us personally here, our dam level was fine. We had plenty of water in our dam, and our water tanks were okay as well. So we weren't personally having a major problem with the drought, aside from the fact that the paddocks had no grass, which we didn't have a lot of animals, so it wasn't a huge drama for us. But I knew it was a drama for the rest of Queensland, basically, because the Wivenhoe Dam, which is the dam that, oh, there we go, gone too far, the dam that actually supplies water to all of southeast Queensland, it was down at 35% capacity, which is a really big problem. And the biggest problem was the media outlets here weren't telling anybody. And worse yet, they were actually telling everybody that the dams were overflowing in full. Now, the Gold Coast Dam was full, but the Gold Coast Dam has like a tenth of the capacity of Wivenhoe. So it really made very little difference at all having the Gold Coast Dam full. Well, where were we? That. Nothing. Oh, that was a Team Southern Cross intro video section thing. So Team Southern Cross was the other team last year. Good luck with the cucumbers. They like lots of water, but they don't like too much water. I don't know whether it was lying to people as such or not really, just not getting it. Because the Hinds Dam was overflowing and it was full. And the worst part was Brisbane and Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast, they were actually getting hit with flooding. But out here where Wivenhoe Dam was, which is their water source, was not getting any rain. So the people in Brisbane, when one of the news stations actually did pick it up and went, hey, you need to pay attention, we're about to go on water restrictions, people in Brisbane didn't believe them. They're actually like, no, this is a load of rubbish. We've been flooded here. How can the dams be empty? And they didn't grasp the concept. And it was quite concerning, actually, that there was such a huge divide. And then they were blaming the farmers. It was saying, oh, it's all the farmers' fault. They're using too much water. I was like, no, it's not, buddy. And if the farmers don't use water, you ain't got food. But it's all good. Oh, we were getting our solar started getting installed. Oh, and what a saga that was. That took so long to get the solar system set up. My goodness. Yeah, and you were never off water restrictions. It's interesting, isn't it? Well, yeah, they really should have. If they thought it was such a big fib, they should have jumped in their cars and come and had a look at Wivenhoe Dam. And they would have seen that it was down at nearly 30% capacity. But, oh, Hands Across America. No, I don't. I don't even remember that one. Matthew went on a camp and one of the leaders, that was his gum boots, his hiking boots. He actually did have proper shoes that he did put on later, but I thought it was funny. So I thought I'd share it. But yeah, so that was when I started praying for the rain in the Lockyer Valley. It wasn't for me specifically. I was actually more praying for Nettie and Adam and for the Wivenhoe Dam, because the drought itself wasn't having a huge impact on us. the rain is now having a huge impact on us. And the rain that we got then did start having a big problem with us, because that's what started the whole mold issue. But yeah, what do you do? So this is the video I did that was to try and encourage people to realise that they're about to be on water restrictions. Got 15 views. Hey, it was such a, oh dear. Anyway, so we continued the live prayer, and the really cool part was that week was when the rain started out here. We didn't get a huge amount the first few weeks, but then it started coming in a lot, and Nettie was joining in on the lives, and she'd keep coming on. It's just started raining, and she was just felt so blessed. Of course, they're having a lot of challenges at the moment in trying to recover from the floods that they've had this year, at the end of this year. Heritage Across America was a public fundraising event on Sunday, May 25th, 1986, when 5 to 6.5 million people held hands for 15 minutes. Wow, that's huge. That'd be like a fifth of our population if that happened here. It's not going to happen. I really might. I'll say this is some of the Shed Wars challenges we had too. So we had a gladiator challenge in Shed Wars 21 where we had to cook something, but it had to be using all things that we actually grew on the property. So that was a real challenge, because this property had been neglected for many, many years and didn't have a lot of growing, but that was a lot of fun. So people held hands for 15 minutes in an ostensible attempt to form a continuous human chain across the contiguous United States. Many participants donated $10 each to reserve their place in the line. That's awesome. That's a great question. Instead of a donation, people could spend 15 minutes handing water. Okay. Imagine how much water could have been moved by passing from one person to another. Huge amount of water. See, I've basically been doing the Sunday night live prayer ever since then, actually. I'm not praying for rain for the Lockyer Valley anymore, though. Mostly because we're getting floods at the moment. I actually found myself praying the other day that it would stop raining so that we could go somewhere. The proceeds were donated to local charities to fight hunger and homelessness and to help those in poverty. That's awesome. So we started my single seed challenge back here. My little single seed challenge was a Madagascar bean. The potato and leek soup was really, really yummy. Really yummy. Oh, and this pineapple is actually doing really, really well. So this video I showed how to basically
afternoon, everyone.
pineapple.
So
I'll turn the sound off on that. So it's just started with the normal top of a pineapple and showed how you plant it. And it's doing fantastically, that pineapple. It's doing really, really well. I'll have to show an update in the update video that I do tomorrow. So feeding the fish. More praying for rain. Oh, my basil pesto. I had basil coming out of my ears last year. I don't seem to have too much growing at the moment. Jonathan helping at the milk stand. Observations of the property. Some more tech tips videos. So this one was how to do cards and end screens on a phone. It's a bit tricky. I'm growing in a container. I don't grow in pots a lot, but you can actually see how the progress of this particular video, these particular plants have gone and what I've done with them. I've set them up as self-watering pots. So yes. Jonathan helping me feed the jade perch. I had way too much basil. way too much. I still have a freezer full of pesto. Oh, gotta check this out. This is the goat eating celery. Matthew has grown so much. He's taller than me now. I'm pretty sure he was having fun teasing the goat because she was on a chain. But he had a lot of fun. See, this is interesting. I think that short is a lot more interesting than that short. But this one's had 23 views and this one's had 2.9 thousand views. Shorts are just, who knows? And all she was doing was eating the Okinawa spinach, which I have growing out of my ears. Actually, no, I just have it growing out of the aquaponics, but there's a lot of it. But she did enjoy that. How to change thumbnails on a mobile phone. So some more tech tips. Goats are cute. I love my goats. See, my dam back then was doing really well. I wasn't having issues with my dam being low. When we first moved in here, it was, but it recovered quite quickly. Oh, sorry. I don't think I'm going to make it to midnight. No, it's 10:15. So the dam is a little bit fuller than that now, but it was pretty much full already. Friend loves to box her. My goodness. Hi, Daz. Aren't you playing Monopoly with the kids? Yeah, I did last. You got to try and get Mayfair and Park Lane. Get some hotels. Happy New Year, Daz. Thanks for popping in. The goat's eating the long grass. I did a review of 4 egg incubators. That's I really don't like that new one. Although I'm yet to give it another chance. So yes, and Jonathan. Oh, there you go, Matthew eating celery again, and Jonathan helping feed the jade perch. And the jade perch just love to hide. So you've got another garden tour. Just realised I forgot to drop the link down if anyone wants to pop up and Monopoly is asking for war in this house. It's just not done. We don't tend to play Monopoly. We tend to play more strategic games. And I've got a board game called Cashflow, which I've actually got an electronic version, which I've done a few lives with that as well. So if anyone wants to come and jump on the panel, they're more than welcome. They're going to have a What is Aquaponics video, part of Shed Wars. Some fun panel chats. Oh, that one we had Baker Leg and Let's Dig It. We had Jason Avers. I think Adam actually jumped up from Silhouette Park Farm. And we also had CG from Guardian Prepping. We like to play Catan too. So Catan's one of the games that we like to play. So I've done a couple of lives where we're playing Catan with Matthew. Oh, and this was really cool. My neighbour actually has a drone and he did some drone footage for me. So this is actually from their backyard coming over the back of my property. Morning, Ed. Oh, meanwhile, I was busy chatting, wasn't I? I got end cards all over that. I should move those. Then my house is over there. We went on into lockdown. Nothing terribly exciting there. Oh, and I got the fence set up for the goats. And the really bad part is I don't think I've done too many more goat fencing since then. It's just been a challenge. Been a real challenge this year. We've had so many things going on. My gerberas flowered. They were so pretty. I'm pretty sure that plant died. I was having a lot of problems with reactive arthritis partway through the year. Not sure what caused it. But yeah. You play Survivor Mode Uno, where everyone has to place their first Uno cards face up on the table, play by normal rules and still have to try and win. It's interesting when you can see who has the draw cards. That would be. Basically just make sure the soil stays moist. Don't let it dry out too much. If it starts to wilt, it's really not happy. It doesn't recover well from wilting. Oh, I did some reviews on the Torchlighter series too. I've mentioned that a few times throughout the year, and did some how-to videos on how to do StreamYard. I know how to multiply strawberries. It's been a really big year. Oh, and this was where I was looking at how to find the highest historical rainfall in your area in Australia in the last 24 hours, which is a really important piece of information for when you're doing a permaculture design of a property. So yes, found out some very interesting information about our property then. No, I don't think I do have any mods here at the moment. Oh, I do now. Hello, Nettie and Adam. I have a mod now, Ed. See, and knowing your climatic condition is really, really important when you're doing a permaculture design. So that's why I did that little video. Hopefully I plan on doing a few more of those sort of videos in the future. But so just doing a bit of an overview of what's happened over the years. Oh, the solar system installation saga continues. Oh my goodness, it took so long. Thank you, Nettie. Oh, and Cashflow, the e-game. Cashflow is a really good game. It's basically a more advanced version of Monopoly. So it's like, oh, I don't know how to explain it. Have a watch of the video. Oh, here we go. Here's some more of the drone footage that Drew took for me and me getting very excited about it. Oh, this is just a photo, sorry. So, and I'm going through showing different things. So this is where our house is. That's where the dam is, obviously. And our front fence is over there. So yes. Happy New Year, Ed. It's really cool, the drone footage is. Sad part is I've got a drone and I haven't gotten it out of the box and haven't figured out how to actually use it. Oh, this is a really interesting video. Oh, that was a cat jumping up next to me. This is a video where I actually go through the Australian or the Queensland rules relating to rabbits, because a lot of people over in America and in other parts of Australia use rabbits for meat and breed rabbits. We can't do that here in Queensland. There's like a $63,000 fine. So yes, have a watch of that video to find out more about it. Oh dear. Oh, that lot of chickens that was trying to hatch there really did not work. That just went very badly. I think I had 2 chicks hatch and they all died. Oh, but look at this. This is where my babies were born. I know, your drone crashed and got ran over by the neighbour's tractor. That is so sad. No. Oh, the first time your husband used his, it flew into a heavy brush area and took us hours to find it. Oh dear. I think all I've done so far is I've charged the battery on it. I took it out of the box. I had it lift off the ground about 5 centimeters. I put it back down again. And then everything that happened. And So this is 8 months ago when my baby goats came. This is when my Nettie and my Bruce came and joined us. And Nettie and Bruce are named over after the beautiful Nettie from Silhouette Park Farm. They do happen. I mean, how cute is that? I know, right, Nettie? 8 months. I mean, wow. And look at them. Where are they?
Actually, it's just on lunchtime. So the little babies are in here somewhere.
They're hiding in
And
the
they
lumber.
are just over 12 hours old. Here they are.
There they are. They're not dead. They are alive.
Here they are. Here's the little ones.
They're not so little anymore.
Doing well. You go and have a
And
look and
Nettie's
see what they are.
colouring, she's actually gotten a lot browner. It's probably
Here
so
we go.
funny.
So this little one, which does have some lovely little
They
colourings.
were
Hard
so
to see on
tiny.
camera. That one is a little girl. And that one is over there somewhere. That one is a little boy.
Hey, it got black on it like a boy.
That was so cute. Yeah, one chick survived. It was very sad. They were so cute, these little babies. Absolutely adorable. And that was when he lost the last one of those chicks hatched from that incubator. That incubator I was not happy about. And if I come along here a little bit, the baby goats are so cute. Oh, I didn't think it was this long till you guys came over. I know you were in here somewhere. Oh, that's when I got my plants planted into the pond. Now, some of those plants have died.
Good afternoon, everyone. So
I think that died. That died. That's still alive. That died. That's still alive. That I'm not sure about. And that is doing fantastically. I mean, look at this. This is so cute. Oh, we had so much fun with the babies when they first came. Can barely get to them now. The grass is so long.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Jonathan had to introduce them.
Baby goats. You goats are raw baby goats. This is little Nelly and this is Bruce. And that is Noah's house.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a little jungle gym. That is the next jungle gym. And look I am a jungle gym as well. Because little Nettie
And this is little Jonathan. He's 4 years old.
and Nettie was climbing up me.
Nettie was climbing up you, was she?
Yes. And now I am a jungle gym. And that is a jungle gym. And
Jonathan loves the baby goats.
little Nettie jumps.
The problem now is they jump on him too much and they knock him over. They've gotten so big,
Nettie.
and he hasn't.
Oh, there's Nettie and Bruce.
These little goats are 11 days old.
Bruce and Nettie are 11 days old.
They are. They're so cute. The three of them are just
Nettie
adorable.
jumped off a bridge. I tried to do yes in the jungle gym.
Yeah, it has.
I'm not sure who's having more fun on the bridge, Jonathan or the kids.
I think a baby goes like standing on
They're
my
growing up
foot.
so
I think
quickly.
they do too.
And Bruce
You'll get there, Ed.
and brick. And I always like
Now, hopefully, if I come up here a little bit further. There you go. I hit 600 subscribers 8 months ago. My goodness. So at the beginning of the year, I mentioned to everybody that I was at 210 subscribers at the beginning of January. I know, here's the fun. Take that back to the beginning. This is when Silhouette Park Farm
look at
came to
it.
visit.
I got Silhouette Park Farm here visiting. Oh dear. And me and my dreadful camera work.
It's fine.
Did a great job.
Great angle.
So little Nettie is meeting Big Nettie.
Human Nettie. Big Nettie.
Human Nettie.
Human Nettie gets to meet baby Nettie goat.
It's beautiful. Look at them. Wow. Oh, wait, what are you doing?
Nettie
Bruce?
had a lot of fun eating your shorts, didn't she?
Okay.
Yep.
You know, that's what you do.
Bruce uses everything as a jungle gym.
Oh, okay.
tunnel.
A tunnel. That's right. Yep. It's the tunnel. Look at them.
Yeah,
Look
it's
at you
Nettie.
guys. Hey, you're very cute. You're very cute and very bold. Hello. How you doing?
I know.
Who's that?
It's mind-blowing, isn't it, Nettie?
You wanna
When was
say
this one? This was the 28th of April.
hello?
May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Yeah, we
Since
can
8 months.
And say hello.
put them. You get a little bit smaller so she's not as worried. Are
50
being
new
shy?
subscribers is nice.
Are you being shy? You're so funny.
My subscribers have pretty much stagnated over the last
Oh, look at her. Did you see
3 months, I think it is.
They are both very bouncy. They are.
Adam's
They
got some
are.
really fun footage.
Look at her. She's very bold.
Nettie was fascinated by that GoPro.
Oh.
They've been learning about the electric fence too. So
Oh, good, good. Oh, this is all electric netting, is it?
yeah,
Oh.
it's a poultry net, but it keeps
Oh,
the babies in.
yeah. Oh, I like that idea. Maybe we need to invest in
So
something like
Brucey has still got his little bits here. Adam helped me remove the bits.
We got Nettie giving Brucey a hold before he
Yeah,
gets
hello,
really upset and
Brucey.
grumpy.
that. Oh, he'll be okay. It'll be over quickly,
He-
sweetheart.
He's going to be very sad for a couple of days.
It's okay. Then you'll have a lifetime of fun.
Yes, but he's going to get
Oh,
to
good.
stay here on the farm.
Adam
because
got some
otherwise-
amazing footage.
So if you're
In a
ever-
month's time,
if
You
you're
have
ever going
to
to keep
check
a
out-
goat, make sure that
Actually,
you
Nettie,
weather
can you put
it.
the video up, the link up for
Alright.
your video?
very important to weather male goats.
Make sure you weather a goat if you're going to keep it as a pet. Weathers are actually way better pets than any of the females.
Oh, really?
Males, yeah, any entire animal. So especially with goats, if you have a weather, they make way better pets. Way better. Their temperament's way better. Yeah. So it makes a huge difference.
You're right, mate. You got mozzie bites.
Hey, gorgeous. Yes, we have to weather him or we can't keep him because he is related to everyone.
I see. So there you go. So you get to stay by that.
Without that, you have to go because your grandma's over there and your aunt's over there, and that's your mum.
You'll be jumping and bucking again.
And I swear, you don't belong in the movie Deliverance.
You are a weirdo.
Yes, but that's why we like him so much. Okay, so we're not going to show the deed on camera. So we'll be back soon to see the miserable Bruce. Okay, so the deed is done, and as you can see, Bruce is not super excited, but he's also not dead.
You're like
He's not miserable either.
Nettie's very lucky she's a girl. She became a Nettie.
Oh, she's cuddly.
Where'd little Bruce go? So little Bruce is probably going to stay pretty close to Mum for the next couple of days. Mind you, they usually stay close to Mum. Oh, laying down, big grizzly. Mind you, I can imagine that would be not the funnest thing to have happen.
He's related to everyone.
Okay.
So go check out Silhouette Park Farms video that's of their visit.
Having go have a drink from Mum.
Adam got some amazing
I'll go
footage
numb
of
within
both
the
the
next,
goats and of the aquaponics.
Say 10 to 20 minutes.
Mhm.
He'll be completely numb. He won't feel a thing there. He'll be fine. He'll be up and bouncing around like normal again. So
Yes, Tiffany,
I think not
that
even
is
stressed out, really.
Nettie's husband.
Doesn't seem bothered really much at all. He's a bit quieter than usual.
A bit quieter than usual, and he will be for like a
And
probably
Nettie,
about,
Tiffany really likes Adam's eyes.
he's a bit croppy in the back end.
He is.
He gave
Walking a little bit
20 subscribers in
gingerly.
the last 4 days. Nice.
But you're busy now, aren't you?
Your husband's a pretty amazing.
And
dude.
Nettie's going, why are you guys all sitting on my bridge?
I know, right? Please get off. Anyway, I'll go.
Of course, then she's going to come and eat everyone's clothes.
I know she's chewing on my pants before, but I've seen you in a video, Miss Panty.
Nettie loves nibbling on clothes. And now she likes jumping on back.
I'll go out.
Whoa!
She gets some good jumps.
Oh yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's so
She
fun.
is good fun, this one. Very agile little Nettie.
Yeah. Whoa!
Nice.
You're spinning. Come here. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hi. Hi. You want to go jump? You want to go jump again? You want to go jump again? Yes. You're so cute. Go bounce.
Baby goats are
Yeah,
very
Oh,
cute.
come over and find out
Actually,
what's
your
happening
lambs are
over
very
there.
cute.
Yes.
I was
Away
telling
from the
everyone.
Goats are way more fun though. Goats are nuts.
They are.
The whole like family stuff coming to
I
your
had some
place.
Dorpadamas a few years ago,
Whoa.
and the goats are much more entertaining.
That was a good jump.
That was a good one. Woohoo. Hello, sweetheart. Hello. Hello.
Yep, back to Mum's pants.
Yep. Turn it up.
Oh, you did a good job. So you're not planning on doing any gardening?
You have shadows on Silhouette Park Farm.
That's crazy.
Oh, I miss them when they're babies. They were so cute. They're still very friendly now. I'm not getting to spend as much time with them as I'd like.
You wouldn't.
But yeah, make sure you check out Adam's video of when they came to visit. It was just so much fun. And Adam does much better with the camera work than I do. So here's the progress on the plants in the dam. We've just had a absolutely huge year. Huge year. Oh, the solar and the roof saga. Ah. It's still not finished. Well, the solar's working and the roof is fixed. But the ongoing knock-on effects from all of it is still going on. Hello, Bibby. Welcome. If anyone wants to come up and join the panel, you're most welcome. Gee, you've been quiet. I should pin that to the chat, shouldn't I? Watch the baby goats for a minute.
Good afternoon, everyone. 19-day-old baby goats eating some hay with their mama. They're growing so quickly. Little Brucey's just gotten himself a new collar today. He's got the blue one. And little Nettie's got the black and orange collar. "19 days old.
They made you a
Getting
few
close to
plates
3
and
weeks.
containers.
It's getting
But you're not
so...
allowed to be in shed wars anymore. Oh. Well, I've been kind of wondering about that. That explains why you've been having the micro farmer, and yes, I've been wondering what was going on with that. I've been listening while you've been making coffee and feeding the dogs. Yeah, it's some ways it's better not to know. I just managed to stumble onto the right live or the wrong live, whichever way you want to put it. Got to check this out. This is 7 months ago, so I titled this video "More Fun Than a Box." If it'll load.
Who needs expensive toys?
This is their laundry basket. That's a 4-year-old
There's a
singing in
4-year-old
his
in there.
laundry basket. I don't know.
Potatoes up and down.
He's singing the VeggieTales theme song.
And flying my
Oh, yes, it's a kitten, sorry.
You did. It's a clothes basket.
Thanks for joining me, Sandy
Has their
Post.
clothes in it.
We'll catch up with you next year. Very
Matthew did
happy to have
enter
a happy new year.
it. It's not supposed to have a 4-year-old in it.
Nope. But I choose to be in it.
What was that?
I choose to be in it.
You choose to be in it, do you?
Yep.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
He's a funny sausage. That is so cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, the continuation of the roof saga. Oh, and this video, I was going through one of the boys' books. It's one of the Lost Sheep series. I think they've taken them inside. Oh, no, they're over there. Yeah, really good book, that one. Oh, and showing Jonathan's hair's gone all curly. It's been a really, really busy year. Check out the babies.
Show the baby goats. You got a new area. They're getting big.
And Eddie still jumps around all over the place.
You say hello, Jonathan?
Hi. Hey, say hi.
They grow very quickly.
The baby goats are growing a little bit bigger than Jonathan is. But I just moved them into this lovely patch of weedy area. It's only a small area, but I'll only have them here for a couple of days.
An update on propagating comfrey. I'm actually going to have to do another video on the comfrey soon. I'm going to show it to Robert from Homestead Aquarius. He's going to be so jealous when he sees my comfrey. It's the last day on Boddington Farm tomorrow. End of and start of new possibilities. Excellent, Bibby. I look forward to seeing it. So this is like 3 months after I set up the new system. So I showed you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. This is my aquaponics. My name's Garrowin. So this is my aquaponics. And my aquaponics was, I first set it up the system about 3 months ago and pretty much just had cuttings that I put in there. I'll leave a link up there to the video where I did that. So it was about 100 and, it was 3 months ago. I think it was 128 days. Anyway, so
doing a marathon.
This system has been running for 128 days. And I added the fish to the system just over 2 months ago.
In order.
And I bought them at that size. And I'll show you a little clip of how big they are now. I am so excited.
They actually look a lot bigger than they actually are. They're quite small still at that point.
I've actually just gotten myself, I haven't gotten myself a GoPro, which is what I was hoping for, but I found a cheaper option, which is actually an endoscope, which is, hang on, I'll turn the camera around so you can see it. Wireless endoscope, it's got that cord and it's got that little gadget there. It's a Wi-Fi one, so I connect it to my phone and can record it from there. And it's got, oh, I'm caught. So yes, it's got a little camera on the end there.
I'm thinking a lot of people are going to be doing live tomorrow.
I have got the LED lights off at the moment. So I'll pop a little clip up here of what.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly the aquaponics takes off when it does.
Different. So we want aerobic
struggling a lot because of
bacteria to live in this system and do the job for us. So
it did a 17-hour live. Oh my goodness, Ed, that's huge. I remember last year, North Shore Preparedness was doing a heap of room raids, and we room raided Gail Southern Living on her New Year's Eve thing. Oh, which reminds me, can everyone go over to North Shore Preparedness and have a watch of his latest few videos? He's actually having some real challenges at the moment and has asked for prayer and help from the community. So if anyone can help North Shore Preparedness, please do so. Oh, that's not fun, Bibby. I'm not surprised Gail's going live. I think she's going live on her Coupon Gail account, isn't she? It's kind of to be expected that people are going live. I mean, I'm live. And we're, what's it, an hour and a quarter off midnight. Yeah, the baby goat's playing. Silhouette Park Farm is an awesome channel. I totally agree. They're a beautiful couple as well. This area is now completely overgrown with grass.
So we got the baby goats having fun, and we got the dairy goats, the milking goats having fun. So the mama goats, nannies. So the kids are having fun and the nannies are having fun. At the moment, the fence seems to be working nicely. No one's gotten out for a while. A couple of days ago, we did have a gate leaning up against the shed, and it fell over and fell onto the fence. So
They
that
are
created
so
dilemmas.
fun. I love watching
But since I
baby
fixed it
goats
up
play.
after that, it seems to be working well. So no one's been trying to get in or out. Marbella and Mary are definitely having a bit of a tussle over there. And little Nettie and Bruce, they're just having a blast, jumping around like little baby goats. It's all happening here this afternoon, isn't it? All the goatee fun.
They are. They were
I
having
came
so
out
much
just at the right
fun.
time, didn't I? Bruce. And here comes Jonathan. Hello, Jonathan. And here comes the big one. Now, Matthew. What are you doing, you silly Billy?
Bruce was getting frisky. Although
Poor
Bruce
little
had been
goat. The
fixed,
kids
so there
are
was
both
nothing Bruce could
panting, and
do.
I think that's what Matthew's doing. I think he's impersonating the babies. Oh dear, gotta go check on the baby. Oh, the 4-year-old. Wow, scared the goats. Bless you, have a great day.
Okay.
Hurt his knee again. Rescued by the big brother. Not appreciating the big brother helping. Oh dear. They're pooped. Time for a rest. Oh dear. And the little one lives. He's just a bit sad because he's got a sore knee. You want to show everyone your sore knee? There's the sore knee.
No, baby.
Oh dear. Have a
Oh dear. Mulching the banana. I can't even find the bananas now. The grass is so long over there. And the baby goats. Oh, that was the same video. Oh, and the Soul Saga continues. Oh dear. I had a DIY haircut for the boys. Interestingly enough, Matthew, the haircut of Matthew's has had more views than the haircut with Jonathan. A little bit interesting trivia. Oh yes, absolutely amputation time on that knee. Not really sore. Jonathan doesn't have a high pain tolerance at all. We had Gladiator Challenge 4. I've grown so many things from the shops. It's been really interesting, actually. I'm planting potatoes. I actually had a small measure of success with this, so I've tried it again. Although I can't find that bed at all at the moment because of the grass. And I was preparing my red papaya for frost, and they survived our winter, although we didn't get down that cold. I'm not sure if I think we only got one frost. Oh, now this is interesting. I don't know if you've heard of the underground weather.
Shows you the wind direction as well as the temperature. And
so it actually shows you. It's an app you can get on your phone.
good
or you
evening,
can
everyone.
go
I'm
onto
Carolyn.
the
Welcome to Janderra. And today we're looking at the
or you can
weather
go
in
onto the website. So this is the Bureau of Meteorology's app. So this is the official app that the Queensland government has out. But I found out about this underground weather. And the underground weather, what it does is it actually taps in and gets information from all the privately owned weather stations, which is absolutely fascinating. So there's absolutely heaps of them. Whereas stop moving. See, it's got them all over the world, basically. And you can see all the privately owned weather stations to see what your local weather's doing. Which, I mean, from our perspective, our closest official weather station is a good half an hour drive away. But with this one, the closest weather station is only 2 minutes away. So it's really cool. So highly encourage having a look at that one. Oh, more wave farm updates. Updates on Gladiator Challenge 4. More investigation of the Ipswich Art Gallery. That was fun. Trying to grow avocado seeds. These are actually doing really well. It's really interesting to know that 6 months ago. So, yes. New bedding for the chickens. He's too cute, isn't he? He's just too cute. That's that same area again. The grass. I've had the goats in this section quite regularly throughout the last 12 months. And I need to put them in there again. And the big problem is the more often they go in there, the better everything grows. I mean, how cute is he? He's just too adorable. Yeah, your weather stations are 20 minutes away, north and south. They're really accurate. You watch the storms go by in the next town over, and I watch the sun, their storms here. I look out the window and make my own prediction. Yeah, check out the underground weather. Just Google underground weather and it should come up with it. It's really helpful, especially for if you're not sure whether there's going to be a frost or something like that. Jonathan's first time at Kinder Gym, he had so much fun at that. He's graduated Kinder Gym now. So starting to set up the system for the boys. Oh, the roof saga continues. Oh, absolutely. It'll be much better. It's more likely going to tell you what's happening at the moment as opposed to predicting stuff. Had some really fun lives with people this year. Oh, I took Matthew to Sky Zone for his 12th birthday, and now Sky Zone's shut down. He's so upset. I don't think they're going to make it through to midnight. Hey, I think another hour, just over an hour to go. Now, I started the new fencing system and I haven't gotten back since. How bad is that? 5 months and I haven't sorted the goats out. Just haven't been well enough. Between my neck and my feet. Well, we had a Sky Zone there. It's shut down here now. It's only shut down in the last month or so. Assuming your Sky Zone is the same Sky Zone as ours where you bounce off trampolines. I'll show you a little bit of the inside of it. The boys had so much fun. I'll keep the sound off. Oh, no.
Hi, Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had fun. What was your favourite part?
Basketball.
The basketball. Well, that was the thing we did last. What was your favourite part, Jonathan?
The first part.
The first part, bouncing on all the bouncy trampolines.
Yeah.
Cool. Happy birthday, buddy.
And even jumping on the basketball.
You had fun with that too. Cool.
I think you literally stood there just bouncing up and down for a good half an hour. Okay, I'm exaggerating. It was at least 2 minutes. But he had fun. And they figured out they could bounce on the wall. That was even more fun. It's really sad that Sky Zone's had to shut down. I don't know. I should have blurred out those kids. Jonathan will give anything a try. I can probably try even more now too. Matthew doesn't have the same confidence as Jonathan. But the boys had so much fun at Sky Zone. More propagating comfrey. And the amazing pumpkin harvest. Oh, wow. That just blew my mind, that pumpkin harvest. And the mold. This mold issue was supposed to take 2 weeks to fix. It's still not fixed. And they've just found so many more problems. Hey, Crazy Ed's barbecue cook-off. or should I say my incinerating of things. And my milk challenge was a bit of a fizzer. I haven't had a lot of people actually join in on my milk challenge. It's a little bit disappointing. Hello, Red Road Homestead. Thanks for joining us. Happy New Year. So we do a bit of a year in review. And for those that weren't in here earlier, I might actually run my video just showing the progress we've made. So this is where we were at the beginning of the year. And this is where we're at now. Really grateful to everybody that has come and joined along through this year. It's just been absolutely amazing. It blows me away that you guys are actually wanting to watch what I'm doing. More stuff that we've made from goat's milk. Mosquitoes. Anyway. And we start the caravan hiring business. I think we've had 3 different caravans on the property in the last 5 months. I'm just glad now that we've got the expandable container house. It gives us a little bit of stability, and we don't have to worry about somebody renting the caravan out from underneath us again. We actually had really short shutdowns. We never had really long ones. Honestly, we have been incredibly lucky throughout this whole 2-year period with that sort of stuff. Can't leave the country, can't leave the state. And now it's, unless you're double jabbed, you can't leave the country or the state. So, but it's only been in the last couple of weeks that we've actually gotten any substantial case numbers at all in Queensland. And I think even now, I think we have 1 person in ICU and there's like 2,000 odd cases. Yeah. You guys have been hit really, really hard. We have been very, very lucky here. I got really excited with this one because I actually managed to connect an old modem up and bridged it between the other modem in the house. So I was able to get Wi-Fi into the shed, which is where I am at the moment. This is one. I actually read one of my favorite books. It's called Who Moved My Cheese for Kids. I've got the adult version as well, but I'm not sure where it is at the moment. But both are brilliant books, and they help people learn how to deal with change. I probably need to read it more often. So 4 months ago, I hit the 700 sub mark, and I haven't really progressed a lot since then. I have been doing a few growing in drought videos lately, and more comfrey videos. As I said, I've got another comfrey video that I'm going to do in the next couple of days. Progress on the potato experiment. More roof saga. Oh, you know, 2 in ICU. Oh, it's real. Yeah. This current variant seems to be a lot milder than the previous ones. Yeah. I want to see businesses doing well and not shutting down as well. But it's a hard one. Honestly, I hug them anyway. But we don't have the same case numbers here that you guys have. It's so hard. Like, at the moment, we've now having it so that people are going, I think we know 6 people that have been considered close contacts or have had to go get a test done and have had to isolate. We've got really small numbers here, although that will go up. We do. We need to pray so we can move forward. I'm really hoping that this particular variant is not only going to be really contagious, but is also going to be really simple for people's systems to be able to cope with, and that people's immune systems can just fight it without a problem. That's my hope. The celery science experiment. That was fun. The boys really enjoyed that. And I think everyone's going to beat me on the celery this year. My celery is not doing well at all. I may have cut it back way too far. Making bread in the caravan, that was interesting. A reaction video to David Wesley's Evolution of Sunday School songs. That was really fun. And this mulberry tree that I planted here has barely even moved. Hello, Terry. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Happy New Year. Jonathan having more fun at Kinder Gym? More of the roof saga. I'm really kind of over it. I just wish we could get back into the house. But it is what it is. We just have to wait for it to do its thing. And so this is where we got our new roof on the house. So no more leaking, which is fantastic. Hi, Dawn. Happy New Year, beautiful. Yes, I have to go feed the horses soon. So it's been a really, really big year. And more additions to the Gladiator Challenge 4. I had a lot of fun with Gladiator Challenge 4. It was just really good. More roof saga. More roof saga. More roof saga. And the extended celery experiment. This was really interesting. Really, really interesting.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. I'm Garowin. He's
Jonathan.
And we're going to extend our experiment that we did the other day, and we're going to add different elements to it. So let's have a look. We've got a bunch of silver beet here, which has got totally white stems, and we've got a bunch of celery. Both of these are store-bought, and we've got some white flowers. So we're going to try putting one of each into different coloured food-coloured water. And then we're also going to chop the base off here and off here, and we're going to pop it into a dish. And so we've got 2 experiments today. So let's get into it. Experiment 1 is going to be those bases of the 2 plants, and we're just going to... There you go.
Matthew built them.
So we will continue to check on this every day for the next few days and just see what happens.
Yes, you did. It's pretty much alive. It's the red one.
Interesting how you see the red travel up the stem of the silver beet. And you can actually see that a lot easier.
The one in the blue food colouring has died the quickest, hasn't it?
That just really shocked me, actually, how much the blue food colouring affected the actual silver beet and the celery. And the yellow one wasn't much better. The red was okay, but the plain water, that celery is still edible. First video evers are really interesting. I should have a look at what my first video was, but that's like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. So yes, today we're just doing a year in review because it's just been such a big year. Yeah, absolutely. It's very graphic seeing it though. I've been doing a lot more garden tours this year, so I'm hoping to keep that up. More caravan reviews. Oh, my first iris. I'm so excited about my first iris. My pink gerbera. More gardening in drought conditions. Although we've started to get rain by here, so it wasn't really a drought still, but it's still the things that I do to prepare for drought. Oh dear. Ouch. Kitty had a lot of fun finding a mouse. More roof saga. Now if I put that in my product review playlist, I bet I haven't. No, I have. That one is a product review. So I've done a few product reviews this year. Snake in the backyard. So this is back in October. It was hot and it was dry.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's dry here. It's really dry. I'll turn you around so you can see it a bit better. Dry and hot.
So that was my paddock.
Rolled out mulch is definitely doing better than other spots. My poor little mango tree is desperately needing water, and I've just given.
Now what it needs is a goat not to eat it. Oh, it was doing so well, and the goat went and chomped it all down. But this is like huge high grass now. I'll have to do another tour around in the next week or so just to show everyone how much everything's grown in comparison to what this was. My goodness, it was so hot and dry in October. Yeah, I'm not a fan of snakes either. You love seeing the Aussie flowers and animals in countryside. Yeah, I've done a few countryside videos. And they've got the ride on mower. And then I managed to break the belt. And then it took me over a month to get a new belt. And now the grass is overgrown and I can't keep up with it again. It's a challenge. And we started our mealworm journey. That's going really well, although I haven't got enough to feed the chickens yet. So I'm not actually sure what it's doing at the moment. But I've only been doing it for 2 months. So mulching before summer hit, that's worked really well. Although we've had so much rain, it's not funny. And putting an Oya in my garden. Another one of my gardening in the drought strategies. Gladiator Challenge 4, another update and addition. And how to eat Vegemite. Now, a lot of you Americans out there and people in other countries.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. I'm Garowyn, and today I'm doing a taste test on Vegemite. Well, it's not a taste test.
No, I wasn't doing a taste test. I was showing you how to actually use it. Oh, I would need to put goat netting around, deer netting around everything. And I don't think nets would actually stop the goats. I think they'd still get through them. Oh, I've got to come up with a solution to that. I thought I had it fenced properly, but you love Vegemite. Oh, you can't get it there now. Oh. So notice how thinly it's spread. That's about as thick as you want it. You don't want it any thicker than that. It's a bit hard to post things over to you, Dawn. It takes a long time for things to arrive. I might have to send you some Vegemite. Yes, this is my video showing people how to eat Vegemite. And more updates on Gladiator Challenge 4. plastic won't hold them back. Not at all. Yeah, I don't like Marmite. Marmite, Promite, don't like them. Vegemite, I like. But you got to have it really, really mild. Oh, more Roof Saga. I should do an update on Lake Wivenhoe because it's actually now, at this point, it was only 30% full. I think it is now at 50% or at least 40%. So Wivenhoe's gone up significantly with all the rain that we've been having. I think the Vegemite's in the car somewhere. You'll have to go look for the Vegemite. Oh, my frog dive. My frog dive was has been a very popular video. Well, not very popular, but it's had 300 odd views. Oh, in case you missed that. Did you catch it that time? Just watch there. You got to watch them. They're quick. So we have an abundance of water around the place at the moment. Entry video for Shed Wars 22. I haven't actually done a lot of Shed Wars videos lately. Oh, this was so cool. I spotted this on the way home from driving Matthew to camp. Stroop waffles. Got no idea what they are. But check this out. It's made out of like corrugated iron and an old metal drum. I mean, how cool is that? I just thought it was the coolest thing when I drove past it. I had to take a video of it. It's a very cool little landmark. And then I saw a peacock. I mean, how cool is that? Just wandering across the road. Took me a while to get the phone out, actually, so I could video it. It had its tail up in full bloom when we first saw it. It was amazing. Let's see. And my ice cream bean tree seeds have come up, which is very disappointing. Mail call from Tiffany Q to you. I've got my calendar. I don't know where the boys have put it. I'm going to have to go hunting down for it now. I had it in one of the caravans with me. Ah, nuts. It's a very cool calendar, though. You're not allowed in the shops at all there, Dawn. Wow. Oh, and our aquaponics disaster when we lost all of our fish. Oh, not all of them. There were 4 that survived, and they're in Matthew's system. Happy New Year, Tammy. Happy New Year, Peter Dell. How can you crack your first beer for the new year? Oh, you're a year hour ahead of us, aren't you? Because it's only 10:20, 11:20 here. It's 12:20 there, isn't it, Peter? Ah, there you go. That's painful. Not allowed in any public building still. Wow. That would be so hard. Well, Happy New Year, Peter. We're just doing a bit of a year in review here. It's 3:20 p.m. in Cyprus. And it is 11:21 p.m. here in Queensland, in Australia. And it turns out a snake did not make that hole. It was probably a Christmas beetle. My 2 broody chickens, I ended up only getting 3 chickens out of that lot. 6 hatched, but then 3 drowned themselves in the water dish. It was very sad. I had another caravan to do a review on. And the roof saga continues. And prepping for storms and floods. It's been a really big year. Double jabs is why they can't go into stores. Hi, Living a Rogue Life. Thanks for joining us, beautiful. Happy New Year. It's 11:22 p.m. on New Year's Eve here. You don't have any online shopping either. Wow. Are you still able to get postal stuff, Dawn? Because you can't actually have things posted directly to your property, can you? You've got to go to the post office or something. Yeah, that thing. A lot of other countries are a lot stricter than they are here. I got to go around City Hall and the museum before all the lockdown stuff. That was pretty cool. Yeah, a little bit, Peter. A little bit. Actually, more a lot. But not focus on that too much. Oh, this actually reminds me, I've actually just put some eggs under another broody chicken. So hopefully in 21 days, I'll have some more chicks. This time I've worked it slightly differently. So I've actually collected all the eggs and then put them all under in one go. So that's a very good question, Tammy. Given the fact that it's just over half an hour, I will probably make it. I was wondering about half an hour ago whether I was going to make it through to the new year or whether I was going to collapse in a heap a little bit before that. But I seem to be doing okay at the moment. Yeah, my yawns might win. Everyone else went to sleep at about 7. Well, actually 8. There's a pretty, I wouldn't be surprised. Peter, I really wouldn't. That's lovely. Thank you. So our mealworms are having good progress, but I still don't have enough to feed the chickens. Having much better luck from the black soldier flies, which is the same as the grub terror that people have been getting. Had a shocking time with hatching eggs. Had an egg explode. That was not fun. Definitely will not be getting eggs from where I got those eggs from again. Got some compression socks from Kathy from Little Gardens Big Dreams. And that was just such a blessing and really, really helped. Yeah, the willy wagtails. Peter, the willy wagtails were attacking the crow.
That is willy wagtails going after a crow.
And they do constantly.
They flew off as soon as they came out here, didn't they?
There's the crow.
There's the crow.
There's the willy wagtails going off at them. Sorry, my camera's not very good. Look at them, they're just
Those
going
willy wagtails are just hammering that crow. Oh, they're gone.
They ended up continuing it over there in the magpie.
They're going to go and have a go at it.
What's a willy wagtail?
Is not wanted.
An Australian native bird that has a black tail and it wags it all the time. So it wags his tail. I'm not sure how else to describe a willy wagtail. And we've got the expandable container house. It has just been such a blessing having this on the property. I mean, it's not what I was hoping for. It's not something that I would recommend anyone get. This particular model that we've gotten as well has been a really not what I was expecting. I was expecting a much better quality expandable container house than we got, and one was much simpler to put together. Nearly got squashed putting it up the first place. I don't want to add that to queue. Oh, wait, that's close player. Oops, wrong button. So this was when we were setting up the container house. So it's a fairly long video.
I'm very, very disappointed about the fact that it was not. So
we had a lot of trouble actually getting it together, because things weren't square. And if you watch here carefully, that fell down on top of us. You can't really see a lot of it, so I'll see if I can slow this down. So we were trying to be a heavy object there where we were jumping on stuff. I didn't quite line that up properly when I was editing. So Gavin's here pulling this out because it was so totally stuck. And we had to jump it out of spots. So there we go. Peter Dell Googled it. The willy wagtail is a passerine bird native to Australia, New Guinea and the Solomon Islands, and the Bismarck archipelago and the eastern Indonesia. It's common in Australia. Yes, it is common. Yeah, so if you watch this carefully, you'll be able to see how I nearly broke my wrist. Because the instructional video we got made it look like the wall was actually hinged here and attached to the roof. And it was attached as we were trying to lift it up. So we're like, okay, it's attached. And next thing we know, we get it up to about, so you can see it coming apart there. And then all of a sudden, it fell apart here, smacked Gavin's hand, nearly broke mine, and nearly squashed Gavin's foot. So we're lucky we didn't lose the two windows on this side panel. And Peter, yes, it was incredibly heavy. Incredibly heavy. So yes, we had to reevaluate how we were going to do everything. But it was a lot lighter once it was only one thing. But then we had to try and prop this up with star pickets, and there was because the video that we watched actually having it done was being put together by 6 men, and they were in a building that they lifted the roof up and attached it to the actual roof of the building. So, but anyway, the main thing is that we actually have it all working now, and we're actually living in it. So, and it's better than having the caravans taking back all the time and having to find another caravan. Pretty much because, I mean, one of the caravans we had, Matthew actually fell out of the window, and that was like 8 to 10 feet up off the ground. So while he was asleep, he actually fell out of the caravan. I'm not quite sure what I would have done if Gavin didn't have the strength that he does, because he's quite a strong man. I just don't know what we would have done. And I got to say, I was really paranoid about this star picket being pushed out and having the whole roof fall down on top of him and not having a husband anymore. That just really was scaring the life out of me. So I'm really glad that this is done, and I will never get one of these expandable container houses again. Some of the ones that you get actually have gas struts here that hold the roof up so that you can get everything put together, and that would have been much better. But we've had so many problems with this thing, it's not funny. Just trying to get the walls in was ridiculous. but feel free to go back and watch this video. I have got a whole playlist on the expandable container house. It's called Tiny Living Playlist. But we've had so many problems. The thing's been leaking. So we had leaking up the top. We had leaking down the windows and all sorts of things. So we've now actually put a secondary roof over the top of it, which is fantastic. So yes, growing in layers is another one of my growing in droughts and gardening videos. Getting power. We at least have power in the bathroom now. Gavin's still got to get around to fixing it up. We've caulked some of the seams, but not all of them. Like all of the ones down on the floor, we've still got a few to do. Gavin did caulk all of the seams on the outside, and it helped, but it didn't solve the problem completely. And water's just irritating. It gets in everywhere. So we ended up putting a tarpaulin over the top of the container house for a while, just so that we would actually be able to live in it without it leaking. Then we had mold inside, so we ended up having to put linseed oil on the floor, and that seems to have worked well, although we're having problems with the smell now. Yes, it was lovely. Your Christmas singing collaboration was great. It's been a challenge. It really has. And we're having more problems in the house. And we ended up with only one little chickie out of all the eggs that we hatched. So out of 24 eggs. Hi, MT Hampstead. Thanks for coming. You use Flex Seal on your travel trailers? Yeah. And it possibly would have been a little bit more helpful, but a lot of the places where it needed to be sealed, the roof wasn't strong enough for Gavin to actually go up there. And we didn't want to break it. And we'd planned on putting a secondary roof on anyway. So yeah, anyway, so back to the chicks. So we only had one out of the 24 eggs hatch after having eggs explode and crack and all sorts of things. So I ended up buying some more chickens to go along with it. So ones that were already live. Hi, John. Welcome. And then we joined in with Laurie's World's Christmas Carol collaboration. So that was fun. And Jonathan's out with the Rhode Island Red Chicks. You don't need to listen to me talking. But watching Jonathan with the little chickies is really cute. Wow. 38 today, Peter, huh? It's been really quite overcast here the last few days. So I think it's only been around 28. At the moment, it's sitting on 24 degrees Celsius. We have been getting like 30-degree days. We have had a few that have been up at 38, but over the last week or so, they've been a lot lower because we've been getting a lot of overcast, cloudy, rainy type days. Hence the reason why the grass is growing so amazingly. But look at little chickies, aren't they cute? Oh, I much prefer winter. Winter in Queensland is lovely. Although at the moment the weather is quite pleasant, but it's also incredibly overcast and you never know when it's going to start raining. Which is normal for summer in Queensland. Last year's summer was not normal. And hadn't been normal for about 5 years. But look at little chickies. They're getting so big. They're much bigger than that now too. Oh, and we had a problem with our drainage ditch next to the shed overflowing, so the shed actually got flooded in. So Gavin's dug a whole heap of drainage ditches to take the water down to the dam so that it'll get away. So hopefully that'll help and we won't have that problem again. Jonathan and I went and checked out the Lockyer Valley Local Community Centre because they've got a sensory garden there, which was really cool. Jonathan had a lovely time in there. So they've got all sorts of things with plants to smell, to touch, to feel, to taste. So lots of different herbs and that sort of stuff. You get to watch Kayla's quail hatch. Lovely. You want me to have a look at the candles? These were actually at my local community centre. They were at the counter at the. So they were just really pretty, and I wanted to share them. Just some of the free movie from stuff from sound from YouTube. Yes, I had a lot of fun with that. They were pretty. They were very pretty. So we had a lot of fun doing that. Then we've got more progress.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Janderra. I'm Garowyn.
Putting down the linseed oil on the floor. So I actually put that stuff up, so it was showing what was happening there. And then actually applying the second and third coats. And Jonathan being adorable. They are lovely candles, aren't they? Oh, that's excellent, Carla. Congratulations on your 6 hatching. But Jonathan had to help with doing the linseed oil. I do apologise about the shaky camera work. I mean, hopefully we do have some floating floorboards left, which hopefully eventually will get put down, but I don't know when. I do have some uploads of snakes, Peter. I'll see if I can find you some in a little bit. So this is when we've now got I also was part of the Christmas cookie collaboration, which was Gale Southern Living and Blackberry Rock Homestead, I think. So I made my shortbread and put that up there. It was part of the Aussie Homestead Secret Santa. So a few of the channels in Australia got together and did a Secret Santa. So I've got a list of the channels down here. My Secret Santa was Kathy from Little Garden Big Dreams. And it was organised by Diane and Sampson, which I need to fix the spelling of that. And these are some of the channels that were participating. So yes, and there's a playlist. I've got a link at the end of that to the playlist on the Christmas Santa Challenge. Then we went around and had a look at some Christmas lights and got to visit Silhouette Park Farm for that one and checked out their lights, which was absolutely lovely. Got a double rainbow on Christmas Day, which was lovely, so I got to share that. I've got a casuarina. I'm just not sure whether it's an edible one, like whether you can use the pine needles as a pine needle tea or something like that. So if anyone knows, that would be wonderful. And I did a how to grow ginger from the shops. So that was kind of a bit of a progress one on another one. And Time to Shine was asked by Cosmic Cultivators to make an omelette. So then Time to Shine asked me to make an omelette, so I made an omelette. It didn't work out terribly well, but it was still tasty. So yeah, that's my year in review. So I'll add this. I'll show this video again, which I showed at the beginning, which basically shows the pictures for the channel. So where we are now. So yeah, I'm absolutely blown away by the fact that you guys have watched so much. I mean, 175,000 views. It's huge. I know I have a snake in the backyard video. I know I have one. I just haven't found it. Oh, there it is. There's a little eastern brown. Well, he wasn't that little, actually. Where is it?
You got a snake in the backyard.
There he is.
He's just over there. I'm thinking he's an eastern brown. My cat is way too interested, so I'm trying to keep her away from him.
No, I haven't got any cassowaries.
And of course,
Sorry.
they love corrugate, don't they?
I think Silhouette Park Farm might have a cassowary. But yeah, there's the eastern brown. This is the most venomous snake in the world, I think. I could be wrong. He's definitely a very nasty snake.
I don't want my cat anywhere near him.
They do like a lot of sun. They like a lot of
They
sun.
can move.
Cucumbers need lots and lots of sun.
He's keeping an eye on me. And right into my straw bale gardens. Oh,
Off he goes.
I don't want to get too
Yes,
close to him.
Australia has the 10 deadliest snakes in the world. And the
You see him
eastern
over
brown
there?
is one of the most dangerous.
He's just gone through my potato patch. And he's just sitting there at the moment.
And honestly, with the length
I'm
of my
not
grass
super
at the
excited
moment,
about that.
I've probably got snakes
We're
everywhere.
very close to the caravan where we're staying.
We're not in that
Really
caravan
wanna
anymore.
have a snake pop their head out unexpectedly, which they could do anyway.
Thankfully, they're more concerned about us than we are of them.
Lost interest.
So they really want to get away from us. Bomber Steve's got some great videos on catching snakes. Well, not catching snakes. He is a snake catcher, but on preparing for snakes and all that sort of thing. Actually, no. It's actually illegal to kill snakes in Australia. They're a protected species. So I definitely don't want to be chopping them up, and definitely no eating them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of snakes. Learning from Bomber Steve, I have developed a healthy respect for them. See if I can find Bomber Steve's channel. Bomber's a snake catcher. And that's not it, so we'll filter that by channels. There we go. And he was also part of Shed Wars 21. So I'll pop. He's got some lovely snakes videos. As far as snake videos go, I like to keep away from them. Bomber likes to go and find them. Because he's a snake catcher. That's what he does. And he loves snakes. So yes, Bomber had lots of fun. He's got lots of videos of the Eastern Browns and the red belly blacks. So he's also got a really good video on here. It was a live that was done with there you go, the snake education and awareness video. This was a really good video.
Yeah.
Really, really good video. Hey, Lala Farms. Is that you, Rick? Thank you for joining us. We've got another 13 minutes before we hit midnight here in Queensland. So now let's see if I can find the details for that. It's actually a really, really good video. I don't know if he's been bitten, Peter. I don't think so. You would have to ask Bomber that. But it is a really, really good video on the snake education and awareness information session. It's actually done with the Reptile Society in Melbourne, I think. But it was really, really interesting. So yeah, I encourage you to go and have a watch of that. I'm going to say the last 12 months, not only has my channel grown significantly, but I have made some fantastic friends. And I'm really, really grateful for all the friends that I've made through the last 12 months in growing my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm just really grateful. New Zealand turned over at 6 a.m. No. New Zealand is a little bit in front of us time-wise, as is Sydney. Sydney has already, I think Sydney and Melbourne have already hit to midnight. So they're an hour or 50 minutes in. We've got another 10 minutes to go. And it looks like I might actually make it to midnight. I was starting to wonder about half an hour ago. I was like, oh, I'm getting tired. The yawns are going to beat me. So yeah, it's not midnight here yet, but it's getting close. It's getting very close. So if anyone wants to jump up on the panel, you're more than welcome. Help keep me awake. I'll go through and jump back onto my analytics. If I start yawning, you all do you? Oh, you had to say it, didn't you? You had to say it, Peter. Talk about yawning long often enough and someone's going to yawn. It's likely to be me. I'm very suggestive. Yeah, the friends and relationships that have been made the most enjoyable part of the YouTube journey. I totally agree. Totally agree. Go to my reach section. Yep, I can do that. I only have a fairly small channel. Oh, that's in the last 28 days. Let's go last 365. So I have been really, really excited by the increase. It's too early for you and yawns. Gotcha, Peter. Yeah, I'm kind of pleased with my click-through rate. That would be lovely for you to hop up, Tammy. I'm happy. Honestly, I've had my channel for, I'll have to check. When did I start my channel? Go to my About page. I started my channel 13th of December 2016. So what's that, 5 years ago? So my channel's been going for 5 years, and as of December last year, I only had about 150 subscribers. So to actually make the progress that I've made in the last 12 months, I'm really, really happy. Start everyone yawning. There you go. There's my engagement. So this is only in the last 12 months. So I'm really pleased with that. Nearly 3,000 watch hours. I'm still not up to scroll up. I am up. Thank you. I'm really pleased with the progress that we've made. I'll play a little video that's got some statistics on it for you. So this is where we were at the start of this year. I'd uploaded 1,100 videos, had 210 subscribers, and I had 40,000 views. So that was over 4 years. And now I have over 1,750 uploads. I have 760 subscribers. And I've had over 175,000 views. Absolutely. Absolutely blows my mind that I've had that many views on my channel. It's just, thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure what else I can say. I don't know. I would have liked to have had 1,000 subscribers by now, but the last 3 months I've been kind of stagnant at about 750 subscribers. But I also haven't done a lot of the networking that I was doing at the beginning either. Mostly because I just haven't been well enough. I have heard that the first 1,000 is the hardest. There were a lot of shorts in there. No, not a lot, but I would have done most days I've uploaded a video. I've missed a couple. But this video was milking the goats. I got like 17,000 views, so that was a short. So it doesn't count towards my hours, which is unfortunate. But so yeah, most of my videos only get about 20 to 30 views, and I'm really happy with that. It'd be nice if they went up higher. Yep, that's my audience. I'm on my audience tab. So I've increased by 557 subscribers in the last 365 days. Oh. This is actually, when my viewers are on YouTube, has changed significantly in the last 3 months. It used to be that most of my subscribers were jumping on at around 11 p.m. and now they're coming on, what's that, about 9 a.m. So I might have to adjust when I'm uploading things again. Playlists help, and make sure you title your playlist as if your normal video. Yep, I've got playlists. I've got hundreds of playlists. So I got lots of playlists. My vlog playlist's got 818 videos. You're welcome to watch that one if you want to. It's not right from the beginning, but see, I've got lots and lots of videos, lots of playlists. And I try and make sure I've got end cards on all of my videos. It's our chicken journey, our aquaponics journey. So this covers an 8-year time span, this one. Some how-to videos. My mum actually started that one with doing a how to make a worm farm. Hello, Tammy. Oh, you're on mute, beautiful. I can't unmute you. I don't know why you're muted. No, you're not connected. So yeah, lots of different playlists. Different excursions. This is my tiny living. So this is all on the expandable container house, this one. I probably need to work on the descriptions. Oh, okay. So having a longer title is better. Can we hear you now, Tammy?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yay!
Yay.
Peter Dell's telling me I need to make my titles longer for my playlists. I can do that. I lost it.
Make sure you have a description in each one.
Yeah, I've got to work on that a bit more. My original ones I did. This one I don't. I'll have to come back and fix that one later. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at.
I just said that because I always fail at that. When I get audited by Two Family Homestead, that is the #1 thing he finds wrong with my things. So
yeah, and I mean these ones haven't got descriptions at all. See, that's the other thing. I haven't been audited by the Two Family Homestead yet either.
He's starting back up on Tuesdays in the new year.
I've got to have time to do it though. That's my problem.
I think they do it Tuesday at 7 o'clock my time, which would be sometime in the middle of the night your time.
Okay. Most of my views, I'm getting a lot from my Rhode Island Red video. Oh, John's doing a countdown. He's right, you know. I've got a. Oh, where's it gone? It's nearly midnight, and I've lost my video that I was going to play. Hang on. No, not that one. Thank you, John. I'm glad you're paying attention to the time. My countdown's going to be late now.
My clock says we have 2 minutes, so.
Apparently it is midnight. Nice playing. what, nearly 3 hours? Thanks for the tip, Rick. So an example of a garden title, like my home garden in full bloom at home, it gives the algorithm much more to work with. Oh, of course it would. Yes. Hashtagging other channels is always good. There we go. And John helped with the countdown very helpfully. I can't believe I totally missed that. Thanks, John. Happy New Year, everyone. So what time is it there, Tammy?
9 o'clock in the morning here.
See, that's a much more reasonable time of day.
You usually come on sometime between 6 and 7 a.m.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's because, yeah. I'm like, what is it, 10 hours in front of you guys, I think?
Yeah. So just as, you know, I'm waking up, if I'm quick, I can get in here. Oh, I didn't realize it was so dark. Let me turn the light on. I didn't realize it was so dark. I've been hidden behind the screen there.
I can't believe it's midnight. Oh my goodness. I think I need some sleep. Well, I managed to make it through having a look at all of the videos that I uploaded this year.
I really enjoyed your container ones. That's where I've really enjoyed the most. I kind of came in late on the gardening ones, so I've really enjoyed the container ones.
Cool. I'm glad, because the whole point in doing that was to be able to share with people what was happening, and I thought it would be something that was really interesting. So I'm glad you like it.
It really is. I've just moved from a big house. I'm moving into a tiny shed house. Mm-hmm. And yesterday I got the legs on my stove. I bought the stove in June to heat the cabin in winter. It's winter here. It's 34 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is like year zero, close to 0 Celsius.
It's cold.
Yeah. It is cold. So I'm very excited to get the legs on my stove and have some way to heat my cabin so I can move out there from my friend's house.
Nice.
But
so Peter was saying another useful tip that he's learned is to cut and paste the title and paste it into the first sentence of the description is helpful with ranking. I thought you had to make it so that it wasn't exactly the same as the title.
Yeah, it shouldn't be exactly the same.
No. And half the problem is I just don't get around to putting the description in. I get the end cards done, and a lot of times I'll get the cards through the video done, but I don't get the description done.
See, I'm the opposite. I published one this morning. It had all the information there, but I didn't have an end card and I didn't have an end screen. And when it was published, I went in and put it in half an hour after I published it, because I publish them off my phone and then I edit them off my computer. So
Peter Bell would love winter here. I think he's over summer. So Carpenter Self-Reliance months ago said that he needed parts for his stove too. I'm glad you've been enjoying my weekly updates. And I understand that it's quite hard for you guys over there to catch up with me when I start them at 9 o'clock. Like if I start them at 9 o'clock here, it's like only 5 a.m. or something there. There's real diehards that join me. I should actually start doing them at like 9 o'clock in the morning here, because that way it's evening for you guys. I know a lot of the bigger channels, they make a point of putting stuff out at 9 a.m. So what have you got planned for the rest of the day, Tammy?
Well, I made a cheese ball.
Yay!
And I'm making Chex Mix. And then my friend where I'm staying is having a bunch of company over to play board games until midnight. So as soon as I have Chex Mix, I'm ready for a holiday. So that's the big plan. Make Chex Mix.
Yay! It sounds like a fun plan.
Are
I
there
don't know
any,
if I've got... Pardon?
are there any traditional foods that you feel like you have to have at holidays that are different than ours?
Well, Christmas, we tend to have like a ham and salad for lunch. And I mean, shortbread, everybody has shortbread. And a punch. We like to make a punch. So, and that's usually, I'll have to do a video sometime making my punch, because I use, one of my secret ingredient is I make up a mint tea and I put them into ice cubes and make them as part of my punch. And it's like, what's that zing? No one can figure out what it is.
Nice.
Oh, mint is a beautiful addition to a punch.
I never thought about that. I've seen them like freeze strawberries in ice cubes or fruit pieces, but that would be good.
Making a mint tea, absolutely beautiful.
I have lots of mint. It grows wild all over it. I have more mint than grass in my yard.
Sounds like Homestead Aquarius. Night, Peter. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. My big challenge is if I'm going live during the day, then the boys are going to be wandering around and distracting and interrupting and all that sort of thing. Whereas if I do it at night, then they're already tucked away in bed and I'm not disturbing anybody.
Yeah, I have one challenge myself with that.
I could have you come around with me while I'm doing chores. That's always a possibility.
Chore videos are fun.
That's true.
I was helping my friend give her goats a shot. And when they said, hey, can you give the goats a shot? I was thinking little alpine goats that I can pick up, even full grown, I can pick up and manhandle. And no, they have boar meat goats. They're like 180 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And he got us on camera, but he didn't save the recording of it. That would have been a fun video. He was showing all his friends at work because he has a goat cam. So.
Yes, if rum is a key ingredient, then definitely not. The boys can't have any of that. Actually, come to think of it, I wouldn't either. I'm not a big fan of rum. I do like rum balls. Rum balls are nice.
I love rum cake.
Rum cake.
Yes. But it takes a month to make it.
The last time I had rum in a cake was a fruit cake, and it was when I got married.
I have one. It's a pound cake, and you boil the rum, so it's just really rum flavoring.
Yep.
This is important to this story. And then you soak it for a month in the freezer in that syrup frosting.
Oh, okay.
Then you take it out and you frost it with a regular frosting that has also been boiled with the rum. So all the alcohol evaporates out. Took it to a family dinner, and they all started talking about, and alcohol is not people drink in my religion, but they do it quietly. They don't advertise it, and they don't do it publicly. I don't want to say it's against our religion, but it's against our religion. You know what I mean. Okay, and so took it to the family thing, and I assured the hostess, this is rum cake, it's flavoring, it's fine. They were all swearing they were drunk from the cake. And then they were all talking about all the other times they were ever drunk. And I was like, not taking the cake again. Probably not a good idea.
So Tiffany Q made a figgy pudding with 3 times the amount of rum. I added just as much whiskey. Woohoo!
Ooh, I have never had figgy pudding, but might be worth a try.
I don't even know what a figgy pudding is, other than a line in the "We Wish You a Merry Christmas."
Yes. I sing it in the carol.
I think, Carol, that's about as close as I've gotten to it. Honestly, I try to avoid alcohol as much as possible. Me and alcohol do not mix well. I end up as a depressed mess in the corner somewhere in tears. It's just not pretty. I'm much more fun sober.
Yeah. I have never been fond of alcohol because I'm not fond of throwing up. And that's all I have to say on that subject. I've never drank much because of that. Plus, it's against my religion, kind of, sort of, maybe. We don't know, because we don't talk about it at all.
The big thing there is probably read the scriptures yourself and see what the Holy Spirit convicts you of. I mean, there are parts of the scripture where you're actually told to use a little bit of wine to settle your stomach down.
Yes.
But then you don't drink too much.
I think the point is excess. Because, I mean, Jesus turned water into wine for the wedding.
Yes.
So, obviously, he wasn't against wine, but he is not against people doing things in excess. I mean, he is against things in excess. All things in excess.
I think it depends on what your purpose for drinking the alcohol is. If you're drinking it to use it as an anesthetic, for want of a better word, and use it as your comfort and your source of strength, then that is not a good thing.
Yes.
I mean, I know when I quit smoking, I got really convicted by someone saying, what is your source of your comfort? What is your source of what relaxes you?
Yeah. Are you leaning on Jesus, or are you
Am I leaning on Jesus, or am I leaning on the cigarettes? Am I leaning on Jesus, or am I leaning on the alcohol? Alcohol's never been a big thing for me because I don't. I'm a bit of a control freak, and I turn into a depressed mess when I drink, so I don't go there. It's just not worth it. I have a lot more fun sober. I don't need alcohol. So
every party needs a designated driver, and that's me.
Yeah. I mean, I do put Stoney's green ginger wine in my spaghetti bolognese, but that's as a flavoring.
Yeah. And again, you're boiling it out, so it's not,
I mean, and if I'm ever going to make tinctures or vanilla extract or something like that, I'll have to use vodka. Mm-hmm. But the purpose of that is not to have it as my strength, my comfort, or my source of relaxation.
I do love to make my own vanilla. If you haven't tried it, it's just a whole nother level of flavor than store-bought vanilla. And it's so easy to make. If you can get your hands on the vanilla beans, that's the hard part.
I'm wanting to grow some, but I don't know how to, and I haven't started the idea yet. And I've got so many other things that I'm wanting to grow. It's like, it's on the list. It's just a to-do when. Now, what's
vanilla, vanilla beans are very expensive here. It's went from, $2 or $3 per bean to like $9 to $12 for 2 beans. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's a bit of a delicacy and a spice. So Tiffany says alcohol is a depressant. You must be in a good spirit when you start drinking. I am the designated driver too. I don't care if I don't drink. No, I don't care. Yeah, it does. You make your own vanilla. Lovely. I have plans. Eventually, I will make my own vanilla. It's just all things take time.
It's really just a couple of beans and a small bottle of vodka. or rum. But
Yeah, I know that.
I recommend the vodka because it's more tasteless, so you get more of the vanilla
Yeah.
flavor. Where the rum, you still get some rum flavor. So
Yes.
I've tried it both ways.
Tiffany says the seeds aren't cheap either. But I've just been sprung. Husband's supposed to be asleep. Husband's awake. What is that? Oh, it's fireworks that just started going off. That's what's woken him up. That's not what woke him up, though. I'm in trouble. I've got to go, though. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. And I will catch you later in the year.
Happy New Year's.
Have a great one. Bless you. Happy New Year.